In. How is it going, everyone? Welcome to more Grid, and this should be the final stream of this game. There's only 6 events remaining that are all in the final group of events. I don't remember how it's called, if it's called global or whatever, but it's supposed to be the end. Let me see how it's called. A global racing league. So apparently here you have many different disciplines, and my idea is going from slowest to fastest, which means that touring cars should be the first one to start with, so let's just do that. Which ones did I have? Oh, these two, Chevrolet or the BMW. Well, it seems that the BMW is better stat-wise, so we already seen that we cannot trust the stats, but yeah, let me pick it, I guess. Why not? Yeah, let's do it. And after touring cars, probably will come the ones that are like the tuning challenge, the one that the Skyline is in. I think that will come next in terms of speed, but let's just focus on this first. And why are you so scared of Raven West, dude? Come on. I mean, I know that their AI are very good and all of that, but I mean, at this point, these are supposed to be the final events. You will kinda run into the best of the best. I don't think you should say just our luck. I mean, it's the common thing. Also, nice corner, very well done corner. I'm crashing against everything there is to crash. Don't wanna leave anything uncrashed. Okay. See, that was bad. I think that every single corner had a piece of my paint. Didn't it? Yeah, I guess I need to warm up. Warming up is hard. The thing about the Raven West guys being present means that it's not gonna be easy to win. You already see the Rick Scott is one of them.
I'm sorry, mate. I'm currently dead last.
Oh, you worry about finishing the race, it's fine. I mean, you're not gonna beat the Raven West guys anyway, so... Yeah, I'll never forget about Rick Scott, because it's the irony of having someone from Scotland with the last name being Scott. It's pretty funny. Not sure how common that is in real life. Maybe it is a common occurrence. Who knows? Yeah, Nathan, which is his teammate, is in third. Yeah, I know. Calm down. Raven West is gonna get beaten. Don't worry about it. Don't get your... Fuck. It's fine, it's fine. At least these chicanes that are normally very dangerous with cars as slow as this are not really a problem. And thanks for getting in my way, they're pretty cool. You know that my race is not with you, it's with the guy right there in front of us. Here, with Raven West being a thing, you really cannot afford to get too many second places. Here you gotta aim for the top every single time. And if you get second or third, it's because there wasn't anything more you could have done, but not because you didn't feel like trying hard enough, I guess. You cannot just casually keep collecting seconds and third places. Here, I'm assuming that that's gonna be the same case for the rest of the category, so we cannot possibly hold anything back. It's what makes sense. It's like the perfect way to close it out. Got it? These are 5 races per championship, so this is gonna be quite long. And on top of that, yeah, there are more chances of you not getting the position you want. Well, what's obvious is with Raven West there won't be any any winning the team points. That ain't happening. It's fine. Wasn't planning to either. Also, seeing the sponsors reminds me that it's been a while since I checked the sponsor list, and I unlocked what's probably like a lot of better sponsors than the ones I have. Not to mention that if I win this one, I will also probably unlock more sponsors. So that's one thing I should be checking after this championship. Checking what sponsors to add, if there even is. I mean, Seth, you stupid moron, come on, you're my teammate, you cannot do that. Yeah, I know that it was technically my fault, but like, see, the thing is that here it's about racecraft, right? And the racecraft here is when your teammate has been winning so much over you, you probably should let your teammate pass, right? Without getting in the way. That will be the best for the both of us. And at the end of the day, I'm the one paying your bills. Yeah, I know you're behind me. Oh, fuck, that corner is so annoying. Every single time that corner fucks me up. Oh, this one seems like it's gonna be hard to get to the top. Worst part is that this is most likely gonna be like the easiest car to drive. So the fact that I'm already struggling here is an issue. Wait, why are you? Yeah, I mean, fuck you, dude. Like, you get in the worst part possible in the way, which is in the chicane. Pretty much the only place in the whole track where I can do it faster than the AI, but you still get in the fucking way, so no, you deserve that. Not to mention that even if I didn't crash you, you will have still crashed on your own anyway, so yeah, it doesn't really make a difference for you.
Currently, Raven West are out in front.
And that's another problem. This guy is not gonna shut the fuck up about Raven West. Every time that Raven West like races, this guy is obsessed with them. Like, he just doesn't shut his mouth. Also, these are not long races, which means that the chances to recover positions is worse. Yeah, and here the first place just seems not possible to reach. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think that the first place is something that I can completely say goodbye to here, but a second place will be appreciated, at least. Not a fan of already... What the hell, dude? How did that even happen? Okay, do it, yeah, there. Not a fan of already give away first places in the second race. But here the issues, I don't even know if it's the first place. It might be... I mean, at this rate it's gonna be the entirety of the podium that I'm gonna give up. And that's not acceptable. Like, that will be a huge disadvantage. This is the final corner, isn't it? Yeah, it is. This is not an acceptable result. Like, the second race being a fourth place with the two Raven West guys on the podium is not an acceptable result whatsoever. Like, that cannot happen. Like, here the podium is a minimum. And even that, if that means third place, that's bad. But yeah, fourth place is just not acceptable. Like, you cannot end a race against Raven West in fourth. Why are you suddenly fighting the position like this, dude? Why are you suddenly being such a cunt? Like, you're never an issue. Why are you an issue now? Like, you're really asking to get fired, and considering that I don't really need the money at all lately, you really will get fired. Because any money that I might need to pay for a new driver, it's pretty much free for me. Not a fan of the idea, but you're really earning it. You are really asking for it. That was perfect. For me, of course. I almost again went off in that corner. Hey, that's the thing, there are just some corners in this game that no matter how many times I do them, I cannot do them properly. They just seem to be made in a way that I cannot respond. I thought someone had an accident, but no. Also, one of the Raven West guys got fucked, didn't they? Like, Rick Scott is still in the lead, but the Nathan guy, I think he crashed. Maybe he was the one that was in an accident. Probably. Well, a second place here will be good. For the simple reason that... I mean, the second place itself is decent, but having one of the Raven West guys being out Fuck me, dude. Damn it. Seems that here I will need to... No, well, Nathan is right behind me now. And didn't last too long, did it? At least it will be a second place. And I still have the flashback. I thought of using it in one of those previous interactions, but I could still flashback. At least once. Alright, so it's obviously not gonna be a first place, but... I'll take it. Well, unless Mr. Rick Scott decides to get into an accident, I will appreciate it. See, right now, he will tie on the standings with me, so... Cannot let him get into too many good positions here. Okay. Yeah, why don't you ever say that about anyone else, just about Raven West? I have a feeling you should have a fetish with Raven West. I mean, what else do you want me to think here? Yeah, that's a tie with Mr. Scott. Yeah, that might be a problem. Like, there are still many races remaining, but this guy seems like... No, that guy is not the problem, dude. Come on. Yeah, that's the issue. Rick Scott starts in first place every time, so he already has a huge advantage in itself. Here he got overtaken by his teammate. His teammate, that by the way, doesn't even have that many points in the first place, so him winning this one wouldn't really be that problematic.
Okay, we can see some minor damage to your right front wheel.
Yeah, I know. No, the damage here is to my ego more than anything, because I cannot get close to these two guys.
Nice driving. Now you're in fourth.
I was already in fourth like a minute ago. Rick Scott... wait a second. Okay, it didn't get updated. I don't know why that's the case. Well, in real life it's also like that. You don't get a position update immediately. I guess it depends on the competition. Well, and I guess lately competitions have also gotten really... Like with technology and all of that, the position change is very immediate, I guess, but... Yeah, and these are, by the way, pretty short races, all of them. Probably it's because it's like the slow category. So, since they expect the races to take a long time, or because you're slow, they make it have a small amount of laps. It's understandable. At the same time, and especially against these guys, it doesn't give you enough time to reach them, I feel. Oof, that was bad. But especially if I do shit like this. Well, if these guys participate in every single one of these final events, the biggest problem will be the Formula 3 event. mean, maybe I'm wrong and another one will be the issue. I have a feeling that that will be the biggest issue. That one... the Formula 3 in this game, I really struggle handling it. Okay. It's gonna be a second place, but hey, at least the first place is this guy, so I don't really care. Shame that Rick got third, but that's fine. Okay. Yeah, sure. Also, they are also using the BMW here, which means that... I mean, any car that Raven West uses is the right car. So them using this one means that I pick the right one. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Okay, Istanbul. And Rick Scott basically has paid the RNG to have him be always at first place. Well, in reality is that for them there is no RNG, like they will be in first place no matter what. Guess I'm more surprised. Well, I'm assuming his teammate also starts close to the first positions. Not sure if second is... I don't think I've seen him start second, but well, right now he is second.
Nice driving. Now you're in fourth.
They are so far away, dude.
Leading this race.
Yeah, that's just like last time. In one of the previous races I had against them, what I need is exactly for them to bother each other.
Just 2 seconds between you and second place.
If they bother each other like that, I'll eventually reach them. Not of my own merit, but rather simply them wasting time. That's exactly what I need, like these parallels that they are doing. Because, you know, obviously, if you take a corner in parallel, you are wasting time. Doesn't matter which one it is, if it's the one in the outside or the one in the inside. If you take a corner in parallel, you don't have enough room in the corner to take it as fast as you could. Because a corner is supposed to start on the outer side, then in the middle you approach the inner side, and then you finally exit the corner on the outer side again. That's impossible if someone is in parallel. Well, I mean, it's impossible as long as you don't want to kill them. Okay, that was an issue. Not sure how to correct this though. Hold up. Wait, what? I pressed... Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I pressed triangle. No, it's just that I want to change the camera. Why wouldn't you put this camera by default, dude? If I flash back here, I have to immediately go to the right. That actually worked. just went a little bit more to the right and it worked. Yeah. Keep in mind that in the hardest difficulty, which is this one, there's only one flashback per race. So that's the last one you will use here. Yeah, that's fine. Well, I don't like the fact that they are so close, but that's inevitable. You cannot have these guys behind you without them being right next to you. And if you don't actively block, they will overtake. Like, they go in a completely unusually fast speed that I'm pretty sure doesn't even make sense. But yeah, whatever. It's the way the game works. Okay, that's a win. Okay, with this amount of points and considering that this was the fourth race, I think that this is a guaranteed victory as long as I stay in the podium, or even fourth place might guarantee my victory. Let me see. With that point difference, no, you will need third place. So yeah, podium guarantees victory, and considering that, you know, I can simply be behind the two of them, that should be good enough, I guess. Okay, so only one more in me. Wait. This is the first time I race in Milan, right? we never been here, or did we? I don't remember this track ever appearing before in Italy. And this is a street race, but an urban circuit to be precise. Okay, no, I seen this. And yes, this one appeared in a challenge, but it's a very exclusive circuit. I don't think I seen it many times. Like, in fact, didn't I only see it in that one challenge and that's it? It never appeared ever again. I think it is the case. Well, there is a surprising amount of tracks that only get used once, and that's the end of that. Pretty weird, but I mean, sure. I guess they want to save them for special occasions like this one. Here, if I manage to overtake this Lee Niven or whatever it's pronounced, I should be able to win the tournament, regardless of whatever position Rick, Scott and Nathan are in. That third place is a guaranteed win. The issue is that this guy doesn't really want to give me the time of the day, huh? I will overtake you eventually. Not only you're not that far, but you also, I'm pretty sure you don't have the crazy AI that the Raven West guys have. From the outside, okay. I'll take it. Damn, there's actually not gonna be a third place here. I don't expect to end with a victory, but that will be the perfect way to close the championship. At least here, because if I was third place and Rick Scott gets first, that would have been a tie. I will still win because the game favors the player always. But here at least there is no doubt, there is not gonna be any tie. I will win. Well, yeah, even this second place doesn't matter. Like, it will still be a not tie. Also, pretty nice that you say kind of inevitable when I won the previous one, and I win the championship as well, so kind of inevitable, my ass. You're just a Raven West dick sucker. You should be the spotter for them, you know? You like sucking their dick so much, like, just go to them. But yeah, I win. Our reputation goes to global, yeah, makes sense. Okay. Yeah, the sponsors I will... and we have Bridgestone, nice. Okay, let me check my sponsors. So... Oof, okay, I was... and Bridgestone really brings in the money here, holy shit. Damn. Alright, well, I mean, obviously. Didn't expect them to go that high. Let me see, in first place, there's ironically not a better one in first place, but I mean, yeah, there is better in, like, I could pick this one and it will be better. Or this one, well, I could pick this one. I don't know what that says. Bang and Olufsen. I have no clue what that is. Fourth place. Well, this one is better. Though, hold up, let me tie it with something. Well, with this one. It's fifth place without damage, and this one is just fifth place. What else? Third place. Well, this one is without taking damage. That's kind of the issue. In that case, this one will be objectively better. Well, the ones that are just finish the race, obviously, of the big money ones. Well, actually, this one, yeah. Okay. Hold on, let me see if there is, because there are so many sponsors I have not seen. But then you have finished the race with no damage, yeah, I guess. That one, I want to see the other ones, but yeah, that one seems like a good one, considering that it doesn't care about the position. Well, in fact, actually, I could replace this one. It's the exact same one. Just at the pace double at this point, I could... Yeah, I could put this one, I guess. Just that there's something that is not gonna appear... the sponsor doesn't even show up with the red livery. Yeah, I guess that at least to me will be a huge amount of money. Not so much to my teammate though. What else? The fourth place? Well, the thing is that at this point, yeah, I basically have my teammate out of it. But whatever. I mean, at this point, I also shouldn't really care about the money in the first place. Yeah, I think I'm fine with this, right? Am I? Wait, do I have another one with second? Yeah, this one, but... Well, I could replace... Like... Hold up. I guess I could replace that match one. I think it doesn't make much of a difference, third or second place. Yeah, let me do this. It's a shame that aesthetically it looks worse because of that sponsor. Like you cannot change the way that top one looks, right? Like if you want to put this one, it's only available on that color, so that sucks. But what can you do? It's their fault for having it that color. Anyways, so yeah, I think next one will be this one. I guess in terms of speed, it will be the next one. Obviously, pick the Skyline. Don't even think about it. Though here, the Skyline is the best one, definitely, right? I'm not sure if it's the most expensive, and the value that it says there is not the same value that I purchased it. Whatever, just go with it. I gotta say that the NOS sponsor look a lot better aesthetically. But it's whatever. It basically gives you an insane amount of money if you finish in the podium.
This guy's the circuit favorite.
I doubt that he's gonna be a favorite if Raven West is here, though. Is Raven West here? And also, yeah, my car is dirty. That's what it said on the loading screen multiple times, that this is my dirtiest car. But is there even any way to clean it? Because I haven't seen so. Like, unlike Gran Turismo, you don't have a service thingy where you clean your car and you change the oil or something like that. So I don't know how the sponsors are happy with them being in such a dirty-ass car. So Enzo Vico here is not really a random guy. This guy is one of the top drivers in... Well, in fact, the top driver for the LMP1. So my suspension, I'm pretty sure, got broken on these champs, but... I mean, how else do you want me to do those champs without breaking it? I mean, yeah, by using the brakes so I don't go as fast when I champ, but... Come on. It didn't break any of the other cars, so... This guy is going extremely fast at this point. Not sure if I can get the first place here. And this guy is most likely the one to beat, just like in the previous one it was Rick Scott. Not sure if he has, I mean, he does have a teammate obviously like everyone else, but I'm not sure if his teammate is here. It certainly is not as close as the Raven West boys. Okay. Nice. And I didn't even crash against him. I could have. But I didn't, like that. It was somehow a clean overtake in a chicane. Shame about the suspension being broken that will mess up the objectives about winning money or whatever. It happens. Really feels like I'm breaking my car. So I think one mistake I did with the sponsors is that the one I put as the major sponsor might be something that I might not fulfill a lot, which is basically, I think it was getting second place without damage or something like that. I should have put another one in there. I think I messed up. It's fine. So the team here is the Coleridge Junior Racing, and the teammate apparently sucks extreme balls. He got last place, but he's not like he crashed and had to abandon. Like, I think that's an actual last place by just being slow. So. Funny. Well, that's still more money than before, at least. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the major one could be a different one. Probably. Well, now the issue is that this guy, my teammate, will fail a lot more than a lot more than he did before. And poor little car is in such a sorry ass state. But yeah, the game doesn't let me change that apparently. Like, don't blame me. It's like they want me to sell the car and purchase another one. Like, that's surely a less expensive way of just maintaining the car, right? Like, now don't clean it, just purchase another one, dude. Well, not like I couldn't do it, I obviously can. I have enough money to use it as toilet paper in this game, but I mean, why would you do that? The guy in first place here is a different one. So I think that in this tournament I certainly don't have to worry. Don't have to worry as much as the previous one, simply because Raven West is here. It's not here, I mean. But even if these guys are very fast, I don't think that they will be at any point fast enough to be an issue.
I like what I'm seeing. You're in first place.
Yes, I am. But yeah, this guy
Keep up the great driving.
is one of those that will keep... Fuck. Well, that's funny. Even funnier... Oh. But yeah, that's no damage, don't worry. Yeah, that's only superficial damage. Nothing to worry about. Just a scratch, you know? It's just a little scratch. Don't worry too much about it. Looks like a different car. I think that's the first time that a part like that just disappears from the car. Kinda gives it a neat little design. It's like it's made on purpose. That's the part right there, the one that was on the floor. Yeah, and that's another part of it. Yeah, like now my my cart is just part of the track. My car gets immortalized in the track. So I don't think there's been a single time that I did that chicane the proper way. But since it's the only chicane that the game allows you to fully skip, I mean, might as well skip it. It's asking for it. Right, so that will be a huge payment. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was 1 million of total payment from sponsors. It most likely is. Yeah, that was very, very good. Shame that my teammate cannot really say the same, but it's fine. At this point, it is what it is. Yeah, these are all of them. Well, I could skip the counting, but I want to see how much it is with full sponsor. Yeah, it's more than 1 million. Well, pretty much close to 1 million. Nice. Well... Also, Sharama is the one... Yeah, it's this track that I thought was in Bhutan, but maybe it is in Bhutan. I have no clue where Sharama is in the map. And well, I also seen where Bhutan is in the map. It's in the northeast of India. Like, I think next to... I don't know if it's next to Sri Lanka or like somewhere there. Actually, I don't know if it... No, isn't Sri Lanka in a completely different place? Well, regardless, it's on the northeast of India. But I don't know, maybe it's in a completely different place, but I don't know what place this one is. Well, in fact, you know, I already forgot the name that showed up at the beginning of the race. Yeah, I don't know where it is. I don't know, it would be weird if it was in Bhutan, right? I don't remember hearing any track being there, but maybe there is. That was very, very bad braking, but it's fine. well, too late now to do a flashback. I could have flashback there. Not like I expect to crash later anyways, but it's whatever. I mean, it's not that important for me to win in the first place, but also the fact that I can probably overtake you again. Okay. Didn't mean to do that, but right here, since I guess this is a track that shows up very little, like, I don't know exactly where I should be braking. So speaking of that, I should have tried to see if disabling the stability control with this car, considering that I didn't really need the stability control enabled every time I use this car. I should have tried, but since I didn't know, like, I thought Raven West was gonna show up, and if Raven West shows up, you need to be, like, you need to have the best you can possibly have. Like, you cannot risk it with things like, well, with things like that, right? But yeah, I really wanted to see if maybe I'm forgetting wrong, but no, I'm pretty sure I'm not. I'm forgetting wrong. I'm remembering wrong, also known as forgetting. But yeah, no, I was about to say, I don't think I am. Like, I remember this thing, like this car being good without the stability control, which is what led me to think that other cars didn't need it, but it's the opposite. If anything, it's like this is one of the only cars that doesn't need stability control. But I cannot confirm it here because I decided to use it. It's fine by me. It's whatever. That's another clean victory. I mean, if there's any category that I expect to be a breeze to win, is this one. I don't expect to struggle whatsoever. Now my teammate's doing so badly that we're actually not gonna win the team championship at all. Pretty sad. It's fine. Oh, in Shibuya? I guess it was to be expected that we were gonna do some Japanese racing with these cars. I mean, if anything, it's the most fitting place. Though, you know, something pretty weird here is the fact that Touge is not a discipline at all, and instead the one that is a discipline is drift. I wish we could have replaced drift with Touge, but I guess not. And speaking of that, I guess that's the next one I should do. I'm not looking forward to it, but I guess in terms of speed, well, I guess in terms of speed it would have come before this one, but I mean, technically, since drifting is a completely different thing, you cannot really compare speed. But I guess if those cars actually race like these ones, they will be close to the performance of this one. So I think doing the drift event after this one makes sense. And then after that it will be Formula 3. Well, I don't know if GT1 or Formula 3 will come first. Yeah, that one is actually hard to tell, but I mean, the top speed is definitely higher on the GT1 cars, because Formula 3 only reaches 300 kilometers per hour and GT1 I think reaches 350. Okay, yes, so I'll do drift, then Formula 3, then GT1, and then LMP. And then I guess that's where the game ends, though there most likely will be a challenge at the very end, just like it's been the case in every group of events, right? most likely will be the case. Also, I'm really obliterating my rivals here. I mean, it is probably the biggest combination to obliterate my rivals. It's with this car on this track and with Raven West not being here. Like, this is absolute destruction. And it's what it's meant to happen, without a doubt. Yeah, I don't know why the AI is so bad in this track. Like, what's wrong with them? Yeah, I don't mind. That's better for me. Yeah, I think that's an understatement that I'm on my way to victory. I pretty much already won. Yeah, sure. You could say that. I like that the spectators get surprised every time that you crash against a wall. Well, considering they are so close, it's an unexpected reaction. Yeah, it's what you would expect. Okay. So this was the fourth race, wasn't it? So the next one should be the last one in theory. Then I think that this is the worst category for my teammate. I haven't seen him done this bad in a while. Apparently these cars are too much for him to handle. At least they are not walking into the track itself. Yeah, that's an issue not only in other racing games, but it's also an issue in real life. It's with rally that happens a lot. Like, for some reason, people that attend rally event thinks that they are immortal. Like, they are playing Grand Theft Auto with God mode enabled, and somehow they cannot possibly get killed in an accident. I don't know what's wrong with them, but they are not right in the head, that's for sure. Hey, how is it going, Wasabi? I guess it's one of those issues that a lot of people, I mean, I guess this sounds pretty pretty narcissistic to say, but a lot of people are sheep, so they follow what the herd does. And since at some point, I guess it got like a lot of people started doing that in rally events, like getting in the middle of the track to try to snatch pictures or whatever, they just do the same thing, not realizing that that's something that you should never do, because, you know, you're gonna most likely die if an accident happens. Well, not just being in the middle of the track, but also like being on the outside of a corner, because that's basically one of the biggest causes for like fatal accidents in rally races. Like, if you are outside of the track, but like you're in the outside part of a corner, which is the first place a car will go when it has an accident, like, you are just asking to get killed. But the reason that the thing is that people do that because other people do that. So yeah, it's one of those things where they cannot think for themselves, so they are like, oh well, other people are doing this, and you know, people have been doing this for years, so I can do it too. And then, you know, they get killed. At least they deserve it. The problem is that a lot of these people also bring other people with them that are not really in any position to think about that or to even object, which is the case of kills, right? Like, a lot of these very dumb people bring their kills, and if they, like, if they themselves, the adults that decide to do this stupid shit, were the only ones that get killed, they will be like, well, whatever. One less moron in the world, but unfortunately innocent people usually gets brought with them. Well, and there's also the issue that even though it's not his fault, you will make the driver that had the accident feel like shit afterwards, because they are gonna think, damn, I'm a murderer. But no, it's just that the guy that got killed was a moron and they deserve it. Basically Darwin's law and all of that. No different than someone just, you know, putting a toaster in a bath. But yeah. Rally unfortunately has a lot of those people. At least we gotta be thankful that the number of casualties is not extremely high. But yeah, it happens. Well, in fact, I'm pretty sure this year, not that long ago, that happened in a rally in my country. Like, I think that 2 people died because there was a car that had an accident and, well, obviously went off in the outside of a corner where a lot of people were, and that's it. At that speed, if you have an impact with the car, you are dead. Like, no matter what, like, you're just dead. You know? So yeah. In this case, it's survival of the... Instead of survival of the strongest, is survival of the of the non-moronic. But yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, this was a perfect victory, by the way, on this track. On this track, no, I mean on this championship. That was, you know, unlike the other championship, it was perfect. Hey man, 12 million of reward, holy shit. Okay, so I say the next one will be, unfortunately, the drift event. So yeah, let's just get this over with. Yeah, wait, hold up, no, let me check what is gonna... Wait, no, damn it, I wanted to see the tracks. Oh, so it's in Shibuya, and it's only one, so that means that this is one of those tournaments with multiple rounds, and Shibuya is a very easy track to drift. At least last time that I did it, it was on the challenge, and the one that I got the challenge against, like, got a score so small that you really wonder what they were thinking. Yeah, this should be easy. I want to believe at least that it's gonna be easy. Surely. It's 2 laps. Well, it's not the exact same track that I did. It's the track in reverse, I think. But yeah, I mean, it's the same concept. And more importantly, the fact that it's not a hard track. It's not the easiest drift track. Like, that title will go to the one that has grass on the sides, but this one is still pretty easy to do, thankfully. And it being 2 laps, I don't think that... Well, I think it's still longer than it probably should be, but it doesn't feel super painful because precisely it's a very easy track. Now I wonder what the top scores are gonna be, because before the top scores were in Like, I think it was 100,000. Probably.
Try to drift as close as possible to the flag. The closer you get to that flag, the more points you'll pick up.
Well, at least considering the insane combo I have right now, this will be a very good test to see how high I can make my score go. I don't have any doubts that I will be able to comfortably win here, but I wanna see just how much I'm capable of doing and then comparing it to what others do. That was 3 million. I guess it, like, my highest score in drift was 30 million, right? I guess it's like here my multiplier was high, but what wasn't very high was my base score. This still should be enough to win. Okay, so they already start quite spicy though in 600, well, almost 700. Okay, that's fine though. So this guy has 8 million. Also, if you're still there, Wasabi, did you see the stream cut right now? Because you know that lately YouTube is giving me a lot of false flags, telling me that the stream got cut and it didn't get cut. But, and I mean, I check in the VOD, but maybe it does happen live. I don't know. I will need to know simply to confidently ignore these messages or to start worrying about them. Not like worrying in itself will do anything, because I mean I cannot fit something that is not something that depends on me. I didn't see it, but I wasn't paying attention to the video. But I didn't hear a cut either. Well, that's the thing. If you didn't hear a cut, then it most likely didn't cut. So, okay, thanks. That's very useful. So, man, but that's so shitty, dude. Like, remember that the other day you were watching Super Midway and you told me, hey, the stream cut, and I was like, well, it's probably on your end. Well, it wasn't on your end. It actually did cut. And the issue is that YouTube never told me. Like, if it wasn't for you telling me, and well, someone in the YouTube comments pointing out that like the VOD had like a sudden skip, I wouldn't have noticed. So that's crazy, dude. Like, YouTube tells me that it cuts when it doesn't, and it doesn't tell me that it cuts when it does. That's so stupid. It's like, what are you doing, dude? At least I'm glad to hear that these ones are fake. And that's not the first time it happens, mind you. I remember like either a year ago or around there, this was also happening. Like YouTube all of a sudden telling me, hey, there's no data, careful, and there was data, right? So yeah, I cannot believe how YouTube keeps getting worse and worse. I mean, at least it works. It's just that this kind of things should not happen, obviously. Oh, this guy almost got 1 million. Okay. So the question here is, how many points is this other guy gonna have? Ooh, okay, 1,400,000 for that guy, Mark Johnston. That's a weird name. Anyways,
Nice going, kid. We're in the semifinals.
you want to go for more than 1.5 million here. Yeah, at least here they are bringing in the hits. Like, they are not letting themselves be beaten by random shit. I mean, as long as you maintain a high multiplier here, even if the base is low, this should be at least 2 million. And when I say high multiplier, I mean probably like 15 multiplier. I could do more, yeah, but you know, with a 15 multiplier, you're guaranteed to do more than 2 million, and that's enough to win. Well, actually, no, it's not gonna be 2 million. Like, here with that base, it's not 2 million, it's less. And I cannot believe that even in the final drift event in the game, this asshole is still telling me, hey, don't forget about the flags. The closest you're to the flag, the more points you have. Well, yeah, no shit, dude. Thanks. I didn't notice in all of this time that I've been doing drift events, and I certainly forgot about it on the very final one. Fucking moron. Redeem. Damn, 5.5 million, alright. Pretty good. Well, I think it's needless to say that with that score I should be able to smoke the one in the final round as well. I will still check what score it will have, but like, this should be more than enough to do some quick smoking. Hey man, this guy did worse than I expected. So, let's see what my rival is. Well, who my rival is. Okay, this guy again, Nobushige. This guy is always my rival, so he does 1,700,000. What did my teammate did, by the way? Oh, he got out on the first round. I mean, I shouldn't have expected anything else, honestly, but to be fair, he lost against the guy that made it to the semi-final, so maybe I should cut him some slack, but I probably won't. But yeah, this is, as long as I do 2 million points, this is a victory, pretty much. Oh shit. Oof. Almost went against the wall. Now, the thing is, I cannot really mash into... no, actually, Formula 3 I think will be the only other event in this final group of events that is probably gonna cost me to win. I cannot imagine GT1 and LMP1 to be hard to win. I don't think it's gonna happen. This is gonna be a free victory. Like, I didn't restart a single round. Well, I mean, there is no need to. The thing is that I could have drift events as long as they don't happen in that one place, in that like harbor or whatever the fuck it's supposed to be. As long as it doesn't happen there, it's fine. If I got a 30 combo. If the base score was better, this would be like my current drift record. Almost 9 million. Can you beat that, Mr. Nobushige? No, you cannot. Of course you cannot. Okay. So we win. Wasn't really a surprise though. Though I still wasn't able to get the Drift King or Drift Legend. I don't remember which one is the last category, but yeah, I didn't get it. No points from my teammate. You know what? You could have just gone one round and we would have won the team championship, right? It's fine. Surely you tried your best.
You're number 1 on the driver leaderboard.
Also, I'm about to get them like at the top of the leaderboard for, oh shit, AMD as a sponsor. Pretty cool. I'm using Nvidia right now, so it wouldn't be particularly fitting, I guess. Anyways, let's go to Formula 3. Yeah, this one. This one will most likely be hard. Like, I do not expect this championship to be easy at all. It probably will be the hardest one of the remaining ones, but that's fine. So be it.
Follow this driver's lead on this course, then overtake him.
I guess as long as Raven West is not in the championship, we should be fine, right? And I don't see them, so I guess it's not gonna be as bad as it could be.
Race over, kid.
Well, that's unexpected. Oh, it tells you when you crash what's the force of impact. That's pretty cool. Though, in the first place, how did it happen with such a small impact? I mean, yes, in real life that wouldn't have been a small impact, but the thing is that in this game, you can basically crash against everything 10 times with very hard impacts, and you still will not even get close to getting your car damaged. But for some reason, that little graze against the wall was enough to total the car. Pretty weird.
A major accident just took out at least one of your competitors. That's Lee Vaughn.
Yeah, well, it almost took me out as well, you know.
I'm now directly behind you.
You're directly behind me because of that accident. You wouldn't be here otherwise.
In the rearview mirror. I'm right ahead of you, mate.
You are not. Anyways, so the first place, I think he kind of escaped. I don't think we're gonna see him. Like, without an accident, we are not reaching that guy. There is absolutely no way.
You're closing the gap. Right now, only 3 seconds separate you in first place.
Yeah, but again, you can probably forget about first place. But this guy, David White, gotta watch out for him. But at least this one has 3 laps, so it's gonna be a longer race than the ones we had in the other championships. But it seems that I picked the order right, because for touring cars and the tuning ones, they both have like the lowest amount of laps, and this one already has more. Unfortunately, that thing damaged my car, so we won't get some of the big sponsor bonuses, but that's fine. It is what it is. Well, I should also guess the sponsors that I'm unlocking here are also probably high value sponsors, so I probably should check them out. Will probably replace a couple of the ones I have. We'll use the AMD sponsor. Well, you know, theoretically, even though I'm using an NVIDIA video card, the processor I'm using is a Ryzen, so yeah, that's... I have an AMD Ryzen, I guess, so it wouldn't be an awkward sponsor after all.
That was a great lap.
I'm certainly getting closer to this guy, but is it enough to win? Well, not if you do that, that's for sure. I mean, there are some corners that are so random how I... Wait, that wasn't the right way to do that. That was exactly where the accident happened. Well, my bad. It's fine though. Could have been worse, but yeah, that was a terrible flashback. I think that with that we are not beating this guy at all. He's an Australian driver.
I'm in third place.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's something I just remember. My teammate for some reason is very good at Formula 3. So we can at least expect him to finish in good positions in this tournament. Good to know. This is certainly not a victory. Well, we just need to... Oh damn, I didn't even have a front wing. Like, my car was more fucked than the game made it seem. Okay, so just keep an eye on David White. Or yeah. Interestingly, his teammate is not the other Australian, but it's another Englishman. And there are a lot of Englishmen in this game. Seems to be the case. I think this guy got more sponsor. Yeah, he got more sponsor money than me. That's pretty sad.
Here's the team to beat.
Okay, so just pay attention to David White. That's your opponent. Everyone else is irrelevant.
I am right behind you.
David White is right there. So... Tim, I took him out. I don't think I took him. I mean, there was clearly an impact between us before he went off, but I think that was simply a scripted event where he was gonna go off regardless of if I impacted him or not. Because that's essentially, if you pay attention to their behavior, anyone that has an accident in this game, it's pretty much scripted. Scripted not in the sense that I doubt that it's decided before the race starts, but I mean that essentially there is like RNG that decides, okay, this guy will have an accident now. And they do. It's not like it happens legitimately like in games like, you know, Gran Turismo, where the AI legitimately fucks up. Like here, I'm pretty sure these are all meant to happen regardless. You can of course also crash them if you want to. I already did that multiple times, but for the most part, if they do it themselves, it's because it was meant to happen.
Nice maneuver.
So these two guys are going quite fast, all things considered. Are these the actual intended leaders of this category or something? Maybe. Maybe they were like part of the accident in the previous race, and that's the reason why they didn't get into a good position. The accident in the previous race was very big. It involved multiple people. Should be able to overtake here.
I like what I'm seeing. You're in first place.
Yep. And my teammate is in third. So it's pretty clear here that we are 100% winning the race. The race, yes. I mean, that we're gonna win the championship, the team championship.
Impressive win. Great driving out there.
Yeah. The other one was good driving, I gotta say. So yeah, I guess our earnings here in the season will be pretty high. Though here the thing is that if I want to be at the top of the earning leaderboard, I will have to do the Le Mans attempt. It's just that I don't feel like doing Le Mans. I mean, I already did it yesterday and I already won. I could do it again, but it's just kind of a pain in the ass, you know? But I guess if I really want to see if I can be on the top of the earnings leaderboard, it will have to be now. It wouldn't be in any other case. It will have to be at this moment. I'm in 5th position, but these guys are quite far ahead. That was bad. I guess it's because I'm trying to take these corners as if I wasn't driving a Formula car, and the result is not particularly good. This probably should be a restart at this point. I mean, this is not a good result whatsoever, but the thing, like, even if the race is not close to be over yet, like, this distance is very big. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, that's my biggest problem here. I'm trying to take these corners quickly, but the thing is that in the inner side of these corners there are those little things that don't let me well, that inclination in the ground that doesn't let me like that. But I mean, the problem is that these corners are made in a way where you're intended to do that. So not being able to do it with these things is a little bit of an issue, to say the least. I feel like if I take them at slower speed like that, it's just gonna be worse. Maybe not. It certainly doesn't help that these guys are being so fucking slow. Damn, I have a cone stuck in my ass. Okay. Yeah, this... You know, I should have actually kept going with the previous attempt, because I think that even that 5th place was a relatively good position. Like right now it seems that I cannot do much better here. Alright, well, I guess I will have to swallow my pride here and accept a final result outside of the podium. But yeah, this is pretty hard to do with this car. But I just realized, didn't one of the crashes remove the exhaust pipe from the car? Shouldn't that make the car not work at all? Because, you know, with the front wing removed, you could also argue that the car is gonna perform like shit, because it won't have nearly as good aerodynamics. But if you remove that exhaust pipe, like, that's it, like, the engine is probably not gonna work, right? Well, I'm not complaining. Now, this is 6th place. Not as good as the previous one, but yeah, I think I should accept this result, as sad as it sounds. I mean, hopefully there are also gonna be some accidents ahead, so... Well, yeah, like that one. This is a 5th place, like on that first attempt that I thought it was a bad attempt, but looking at this, it seems like it was actually a good one. I don't know what is it about this track that apparently all my opponents are a flash. I mean, I'm not the only one struggling. I also have my teammate that usually does good in Formula 3 being behind me. Damn it. This is just basically more part of the inconsistency that this game has in difficulty, right? Like how this track is so extremely hard, while the previous two were, even though they were challenging, they allow me to get first place without that much effort. But this one, if I wanted to actually get first place, it will be very rough. Oh, my teammate is here, by the way. Seems that group of the first four is gonna remain where it is. I don't think I can reach them. For fuck's sake, dude. I don't have I'm gonna be here forever, right? Damn it, because I already used the flashback, so I cannot use it again. It seems that we will be here forever. God damn it, dude. Does it have to be like this? Nice. Pretty cool.
Race over, kid.
Shut the fuck up. Damn. I knew that the formula was gonna be painful, but not to this degree. It seems that it will be to this degree. Now I'm glad that my first 2 races were wins, because if they weren't wins, I will somehow have to finish on a good result here. And that apparently seems impossible. I mean, you are seeing this. I don't know why I'm struggling so much. But again, I will essentially have to blame the inconsistency of the game of being extremely hard sometimes and then in other times completely free. And then in other times more or less balanced, but yeah, like there's not any consistency on that behavior. Man, what the fuck was that? You cannot skip through the cones there. It just doesn't happen.
Nice driving. Now you're in fourth.
Sure, this is nice driving. I could have gotten third, but with the cones I kinda...
Gap, then third place is all yours.
I don't think the third place is all mine, no.
Okay, hotshot. Your car got a little banged up, but it's nothing serious.
Theory, this damage doesn't really affect the top speed of the car. Well, to be fair, I still don't know exactly what the damage affects on the car. Like, obviously, if a wheel is damaged, it should affect the steering and all of that. It's so small that it doesn't really matter. Also, every time that I do that corner, I look at the cones and the cones are in the exact same place every time, despite that in the previous lap I supposedly ran over them. Doesn't seem like the game cares too much about that though, which is nice. So even corners that I don't do anything out of the ordinary, it seems that it's still pretty easy to lose control for me. One more lap and you still have the flashback available, so...
Congratulations, you hold a new lap record.
better make it count. The only issue here is that David White is ahead of me, but I don't think he got into a good position in the second race, so it probably shouldn't matter too much. Yeah, the only reason why I'm maintaining this position is simply because my opponents are braking when they are close to me, but otherwise I will keep losing positions. It is a shame though, because I did have a real chance of overtaking the third place, but And whatever. Like a 4th place after seeing the other attempts is something that I should 100% accept. Yeah, I know I missed the podium finish. Thankfully, this game doesn't require you to finish in a podium to be able to advance. Many classic games did that. Like, if you weren't in the podium, you could not keep playing until you got a podium finish. So, here, Marcus Linton is the one to pay attention to, it seems. Not sure who that is, but then that was pretty bad. On the sponsor side. Yeah, we both did pretty badly there.
This guy's got no one ahead of him.
Also, I already forgot the name of the guy I was supposed to watch over. It's fine. Well, watch over, I mean watch out for.
You lost your front wing.
Then I lost my front wing pretty early this time.
Now directly behind you.
You're directly behind me because you're in last place, mister.
Alright, you're in 6th place.
Yeah, unfortunately I'm a moron and I don't remember the name of the guy I was supposed to be careful of. I don't think it's the 1st place though. I think he was called something else. Not sure what he was called though. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that. That being said, this time the top 4 is pretty close. I should be able to reach them. This is another one of those situations where I do some sectors way faster than others compared to the AI. Or rather, I should say that the AI does some sectors way faster than others. I simply drive normally, you know. Now you can only, or rather I can only tell that I'm doing slower in some sectors because I'm comparing myself to the AI. But if I just have to look at myself, I feel like I'm driving in the same pace every time, you know?
2 seconds separate you and 2nd place.
It doesn't seem like I will reach the 2nd place here, but I don't think it was either of these guys the one in the 2nd place of the championship standing, so I don't think I should care. Will be wrong though.
You're doing great. Ahead of time. Another driver is out in a crash on the track. That's John Davis Hunt.
Well, send Sean my regards. How is my teammate doing, by the way? Did he die? Hopefully not. I think at this point, regardless of our results in these races, the team championship is ours to win. Yeah, I'm doing so badly. I will be glad when this Formula 3 championship is over. Because even if I'm not an expert at GT1 and LMP, I'm pretty sure I will do way better there than I'm doing here. This is almost embarrassing how bad I'm doing. Wait, that's the second place? No, I think that it's a random guy that was lap. Well, weird to see a lap car like that is going so slow instead of a DNF. Okay, so no, Marcus Linton was the guy I had to look for, and he finished like 8th place. So right now it's, well, with that point difference it doesn't matter. Like, unless I am in dead last place, which is not gonna happen, I pretty much am guaranteed to win the championship here. So yeah, let's just win real quick, and let's forget about Formula 3 in the process. It's better for all of us. Wouldn't you have picked a better place to spin out like that? God damn it. Well, to be fair, most accidents they don't really get in my way, but yeah, that one got exactly in my way. Oh well, it happens. I am. Not really any position to be proud of, really.
Goodyear are currently out in front.
As I say, the result of this race doesn't matter as long as it's not a last place or something. So, like, this 5th place will guarantee the victory. And at this point, my priority is basically to stop playing with this car as soon as possible. So any result is a good one for me. Just wanna be out of this Formula car. Yeah, pretty ironic, at least to me, these Formula cars are the ones that feel the worst to drive. But I feel like there might also be some blame on the camera, as I already said before. Like, the camera being this low is not good to see where the corner is. At the same time, I'm pretty sure the LMP1 have a similarly low camera, and I didn't struggle with that one. So yeah, I don't know, I think it might be the car after all that is the issue. It's weird because in theory Formula cars should be the easiest ones to drive. Yeah, they are pretty fast and all of that, but they should have huge amounts of downforce, making cornering pretty easy. But yeah, here, I mean, they at least don't seem to have more downforce than other cars in the game. In fact, I will even say it has less downforce than them. At least at the majority of them. Well, at least I might be able to finish the championship with a victory.
Keep it up. You're leading the race.
So at least it will be a fitting end. Wait, what was that a solid ground? I thought it was sand, but it might have been a solid ground after all.
I'm in third place.
You're in third place? Oh shit, nice. With how close the second place is to me, I doubt that you're gonna get second, but hey, as it is expected, my teammates' specialty is Formula. Oh, but actually, I'm slowing this guy down, the second place, so you might actually get the second place. Yeah, you actually might. We will see how you do on the final corners, though. Directly behind me, I don't know, you might. Yeah, okay, then I think you will get second. Nice. Well, that was the perfect way to end the championship, with both members of the team in first and second place. Then we really smoke them. If only you could be like this in every other category, but hey, at least you are good in one of them. Shame that you didn't got second in the championship, but whatever. Then we obliterated everyone in the championship, in the team standings. Okay. And you also... Wait, I don't have any objective that is getting first place. That's interesting.
Outstanding victory. That'll really juice our bank account.
That's a lot of money. We reach 100 million of total money. We don't have Philips. Well, my second monitor is Philips.
Earn money quickly. You get a fixed amount for each.
I mean, I could check the sponsors to see how ridiculous some of these are.
Help increase your reputation as much as racing for your own team.
Well, some of this. The problem is that without damage seems like being more picky. I don't know, Advan, it says finish second place. I guess it's better than that one. Better than this one. Yeah, these other ones, the fact that it's first without damage is quite picky. Hey, let me get the Advan one. Alright. Yeah, I think that's the only change I will do here. I'm fine with the rest. So here, we're probably gonna get the Le Mans thingy.
24 hours of Le Mans is a 24
I could enter, but I already win this yesterday.
prestigious Circuit de la Sade.
Yeah, my... Philips had a video game console, right? Like one of the mobile things.
The race takes place at the end of every season.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do Le Mans. It will be fitting here simply to see my earnings go up. Oh, I'm the most popular driver, good shit. My teammate not so much though. Yeah, when it comes to earnings, well actually, even if I won Le Mans, I don't think Le Mans gives you 30 millions. So I don't think I would have been at the top.
It's the start of a new season. Let's race.
Yeah. The game doesn't seem to give that much of a shit though about you being at the top. Whatever. So which one should I pick? I'm probably gonna pick the Koenigsegg. I'm tempted also to buy the Lamborghini, but I'll simply go with the Koenigsegg. Yeah, let's do that. Damn, all of these cars are so fucking dirty. Don't I have anyone that cleans in this fucking garage? Also, the Philips CDI home to... Oh, so the CDI was made by Philips then. That's fucked up. And my Philips monitor here, so far it's been a very nice one. Like, it's a small monitor. It only supports a maximum resolution of, I think, 1366 by 720. Like, it's a relatively small monitor, at least compared to like modern standards, but it just looks pretty good. I mean, pretty good for what it is, which is being a second monitor. Obviously, as a main monitor, it will be terrible. But I think that when it comes to monitors, everything has its use. Yeah, this one has the use of being my secondary one. Okay, I know that you broke because of the accident ahead, but come on, bro. So these opponents are doing pretty well, the guys that are ahead. But it might simply be because of this track. You know that this track is just very... like, here apparently the AI goes crazy. Like, the AI is just those things that I cannot do. So yeah, YouTube is telling me again that the stream cut. Can you stop lying to me? I will appreciate it. I already have the game lying to me about the car stats. So there's something weird here. This, despite being like a fast category, and in fact one of the last ones in the game, this has 2 laps for this race, while the Formula 3 one had 3 laps. It's a little bit dumb. I think that this is gonna be better than a 3rd place. The question is how consistent these guys ahead of me will be. No, I don't think it's related to any cutting, like, because if it was an actual cutting of the stream feed, OBS will tell me, but OBS doesn't tell me shit, you know? So I think it's just YouTube bullshitting me. I don't know why, I guess it just feels like it. I don't think it has nothing to do with the feed actually getting cut. Should I take this 3rd place? I mean, it's pretty clear by now that this track seems to be pretty special in terms of the AI being way better for whatever reason. It's just that I don't know how these 2 guys ahead of me compare. Like, these guys might be very good or not, I don't know. Oh, the first one is Chinese. It's Chun, but not the Chun we are familiar with. Okay. So, well, those 2 are the guys to pay attention to, I guess. Let's try. Well, Shibuya at least should be a guaranteed victory. Like, Shibuya, I have it so absolutely dominated that it should not be a problem. I don't like those seeing Chun start in 1st place, because it makes me think that it will be a consistent 1st place. And if that's the case, that 3rd place that I got on the 1st race is gonna bite me in the ass later. That's not good. Yeah, actually this Chun driver might be might be a consistent first, and that is a problem. I mean, if I win the rest of the races, it's not an issue, but that's a very big if. Also, wasn't Bradley James also the second place? So these two seem like they are consistently, like, they are kind of like the Raven West equivalent for this discipline, I guess. Yeah, in that case, that result in the previous race was not good. I still will take the result, because it could have been a lot worse, but it's certainly not good. Ah, fuck. It's fine. Yeah, great driving, I agree. That's certainly what great driving looks like. So yeah, Bradley James, okay. So I will need to do a lot better on the following races, but that fully depends on where those races will take place. Well, Chun got 4th, but that might be temporary. This result will be good though. This Aki guy that wasn't close to the lead last time, getting 2nd place will be ideal. So I'm pretty sure that with the money I have here, I could purchase every remaining car in the game. I don't have any reason to do that. I mean, there's probably an achievement in this game that is about that. Why the fuck would I care about achievements now? I mean, if I was playing like with a PlayStation Network account, maybe. But since this is on an emulator, it's like, who cares? Like, this emulator tracks the achievements. Like, in fact, if you wanted to, you have an option to show the achievements pop up as if you were playing normally. But I don't give a fuck. Was never a big fan of achievements. Right, so Aki got 2nd place and Chun I think got 3rd, so that means that we are tied. Also, no, it wasn't Bradley, it was Tom Rock for them. Amazing memory. So yeah, Tom Rockford, we can forget about him because he got into a horrible result, but the real issue will be Chun. Also, my teammate is in dead last. Just to not forget traditions, right? It's fine. Not that Aki either. Well, I know 2 Aki. Well, technically 3 Aki. Yes, you have the Street Fighter one, but we also have Minoriko and Shizuha, which are the 2 autumn gods from Toho. Well, Aki is supposed to be their last name. In fact, doesn't Aki mean autumn? Isn't that the whole reason why it's their last name? I think it is, right? You know, there was a very brief amount of time, like, I am not exaggerating when I say 6 years ago or around there, that I actually tried learning Japanese. And my very faint memory tells me that something similar to Aki was autumn. I think I also remember summer being Natsu, right? It's been quite a long time, and ever since then I completely gave up on learning Japanese because, first of all, I don't think it's worth it. But even if it was worth it, it's way too hard. Like, it's just way too hard. If you are not Japanese, it really feels like if you weren't born in Japan, learning Japanese feels I don't know what comparison I could make that will make sense to explain what I'm thinking, but it just feels like you're not supposed to, right? Like the language works in a way where you feel that you are not supposed to learn it, you know? Maybe it's just a skill issue and that's the end of that. But I know a lot of people that gave up on Japanese. Well, you could also say that about many languages. I think that at the beginning, people underestimate how extremely hard it is to learn a language, but... Oh shit, Chun! Damn. Wasn't expecting someone like you to have an accident like that. Hey, I'm not complaining. Have all the accidents you want. I'll accept them all. Anyways, Japanese is an extremely hard language. Just like that corner. That corner is extremely hard too. Okay, hold up. Restart after this. Here. Okay. I'm not sure. Where was I? Like, that's a very blind corner. Like, you can use that thing, like that advertisement thing, as a braking reference, but it feels like, unless you have someone in front of you, it's pretty hard to tell that the corner is coming. So we have Aki again, trying to do stuff, but I won't let you. Sorry, I was out to say, because, you know, I got distracted with that corner, that Japanese and languages in general that use ideographs, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but basically that you don't have letters, you rather have like graphics that represent ideas, right? And that's the perfect case for Japanese and Chinese, right? Like, it feels like those ideographs, unless you learn them from when you are a kid and you immediately associate like the meaning of that graph with the graph itself, like, you should, like, as an adult you won't have that same ease, because when you look at, well, in this case we're talking about Chinese characters, right, that in Japanese are called kanji, but these Chinese characters are essentially things that, if you are a native, well, you're a native and obviously you were raised in that country, like, you look at them and you immediately associate a meaning with those. Like, it's an automatic process, you don't even think about it. You might not know how a certain word is read, but the thing is that you immediately know more or less what it means, because you're able to recognize the idea behind that symbol. And obviously you can still do that as a non-native, but that association of those ideas with those symbols as a non-native is insanely hard. Because like, they are not just meaningless strokes without, you know, like, associated to nothing, and it's simply like either a sound or whatever. No, like, there is a meaning behind that. So yeah, it's pretty hard. Well, in the case of Japanese, you do have to, Like you have hiragana and katakana, which are kind of like the alphabets that do represent sounds and nothing more than sounds. Hey, that's the funny thing. Like, because of that, I learned them. Like, I can read hiragana and katakana. I wouldn't say without trouble, because sometimes, since it's not something I do every day, I might mix up a character a little bit, but the thing is that you can learn that, but learning things associated to meaning and the fact that there is 2,000 of them at least, yeah, I don't know, seems a little bit too much. Though with all the free time I have lately, since I finished my fun game, I could do it, it's just that I don't really want to, you know? Because regardless of how hard it is, it still goes back to the other thing I was talking about, which is that I don't think it's worth it, you know? It's simply that, I think it's something not worth it at all. Yeah, maybe I just hadn't found a use to it yet. Oh. I think that at this point we don't have to worry about winning this championship. Them said, will you at least not get last place? I will appreciate that. Like, it's fine if you want to be like on a not good position, but last place seems like a little too much. But it's fine, whatever. If that's your wish, so be it. Okay, I didn't check the standings, by the way, so I have no idea what position I need to get to win the championship. I'm gonna assume that a podium is enough, but yeah, that was my bad. I should have checked. Thankfully, even though I impacted my teammate, I didn't kill him, but I killed myself there with those tires. It's fine. Then, can we get a start that doesn't end in a crash? Would be nice, you know? Will be pretty nice. It's just that this track, Long Beach, always has the same issue. Like, it's such a small-ass track that you end up getting essentially a blockade. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay, at least the blockade is off now. Well, and Chun is not even in the podium. I don't know what happened with Chun, but the thing is that, yeah, with this result, I'm most likely winning the championship. Well, most likely no. I will win the championship with this result, so I guess just stay in the podium and you will be fine.
Your left front wheel appears to be slightly damaged.
Yeah, that's not gonna be a problem, don't worry about it. Also, in this category, you know that so far in every category there seems to be a car that is pretty clearly the best one in the category. Here I'm not sure if it's this Koenigsegg. It feels like it probably is, but I don't know. At least looking at the results of my opponents, there doesn't seem like there's any clearly dominating brand. Yeah, I think that if instead of the Koenigsegg I pick the Saline, it probably could win just as well. Maybe not, I don't know.
Well done, Hotshot. That's your own personal best time on this track.
Now, after this championship, there's only the Le Mans prototype one remaining, and then I will assume there is also a challenge like in every other group of events when you beat all of the events inside it. I hope. And if that's the case and you beat that, I hope you get the credits. It will be so anticlimactic to like beat everything and not even get the credits. In a game like this, I wouldn't be surprised if the credits don't roll, but still will feel that it will be nice to see. Will be pretty cool. And that's a win.
Impressive driving. You won the race to the championship.
Yep. So that means only one more championship remaining, and considering that we have the Audi, the only way this championship that is out to start could be an issue is if the other, like if the competitors that appear in Le Mans that also use the Audi, if they also appear here, because if they appear here, they are very fast and well, they use the clearly best car in the category. So that will be a problem too.
You won. We can really use that prize money.
Nice sponsors. Anyways, let's go straight to this. No. Oh, wait a second. So every prototype is allowed, including the Legend ones. Here obviously we're taking the Audi. No doubt about it. Like this one is the best one and it's not even close. Though the question is if there will be different categories. There might be different categories. Could be the case. Like in the sense that this is a multi-class race. Though I still think that the multi-class races are like so wasted in this game because they barely even matter. The fact that they are multi-class, they are most likely not multi-class because otherwise I wouldn't start in 10th place. Okay, so it's pretty weird though that you decide to mix every single LMP together. Like some of these are very, very clearly slower than others. So, well, this guy is going pretty fast despite using the classic one. But maybe I shouldn't say despite. I mean, that Mazda is very good, but I think the Audi should be better. That's assuming I don't crash like this, of course. Wait, did you say that you're in last? You cannot be in last with this Audi, dude. Come on. Like, if there's any tournament where you should do super well, is in this one, especially if the opponents are gonna be using all these other cars. Surprisingly, the Mazda is doing very well here. Because you know that the idea here is that this Audi that I'm using is supposed to be a modern LMP, while the Mazda is like an old one. The Mazda here is doing impressively.
You're closing the gap. Right now, only a couple of seconds separate you and first place.
Oh. Well, I guess that's what happens when you use old technology.
What I'm seeing, you're in
Nah, I'm
first
just
place.
kidding. I like those LMPs, like the 90s LMPs are pretty cool. Or well, precisely I guess 1989, but yeah, whatever. They are pretty cool. Just that yeah, here in theory, I could be wrong again, I'm not a car expert. I want to remind you of that every time so that you know that anything I say is something that is of questionable certainty, right? The thing is, if you put... ah, fuck. It's fine, don't worry, we have a flashback. If you put these two LMP next to each other, the most likely scenario is that the classic one will be way faster on a straight, but this one just beats it like in terms of like regular performance on a track, right? And that's, I think, because of regulations. Like back then in the 90s and you know in general in that at that time in motorsports, a lot of categories did not have any sort of limitations. Like the cars could go at insane speeds and no one will care, in the sense that if anything that will be better. Like safety of the drivers, yeah, fuck them, I guess. So I think that cars like that Mazda did not really have any limiters, while this one most likely does, this Audi. Even if that's the case, it is supposed to be better performant in corners and shit. I mean, that's usually how it is. You have a lot of old cars that like are super fast, but if you compare them to modern cars, they fall behind when it comes to being able to do tracks quickly. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately here for some reason my teammate is shoving, despite clearly having the best car in the grid. So shame on you, Seth. That being said, I don't know, the Mazda did pretty well, and if it wasn't for the fact that the guys just spin out, well, speaking of spinning out, holy shit, okay. Interesting interaction. Pretty funny. Oh, where are you going, bro? In theory, it's only that Mazda the one I have to worry about. Everyone else seems to be a terminal shover. Well, that being said, it seems that the guys driving the Mazda are getting fucked left and right. By their own driving, mind you. Wow, well, they are not the only ones. But like, this is gonna be another very free victory. But yeah, at this point I'm mostly worried about my teammate. Like, dude, you certainly have the best car, and you already showed it when we did the LMP1 races, that you were ahead of everyone simply because the car was that good. So why cannot you do that same thing here? I will appreciate it, you know? I mean, I don't really care that much, but it will be nice to see you in second place. Wait, this Madoka guy is one of the Mazda guys, isn't it? And considering that this is the track it is, where the AI is extremely fast for absolutely no reason, I should be careful because I could get overtaken. Well, especially if I do that, it's fine. But even if I get overtaken, it's not that big of a deal. It will still be a second place. Oof. That bounce was awkward. No, well, hold up. The race is not over yet. Thankfully, it's only 2 laps. So if anything, that makes it even more weird, the fact that Formula 3 races were so long. Now compared to even this one that is supposed to be like the fastest category in this group of events, right? Okay, at least my team made it better. But it seems pretty clear. Oh, 2 Mazda DNF. So there are 4 Mazda. That's interesting. Pretty weird that nobody picked like the other LMP ones, because there's basically the Mazda and the Nissan, which are supposed to be the 2 classic LMPs, and then you have the 4 that is its own category, but for some reason there are no LMP 1s and 2. That's weird. Like, why will anyone... Because I'm pretty sure that... well, maybe LMP 2 is probably slower, but LMP 1 cars, I'm pretty sure are supposed to be faster than both of the Legend ones and the Ford one. But I'm not sure what they are thinking here, but... Hey, I mean... works better for me. It's pretty clear that regardless of all of that, the Mazda in particular cannot be underestimated. I don't know what happened there, it's fine. That Madoka Natsukeo, that guy or girl, I don't know. I don't know if Madoka, as I was saying the other day, well, it's the name of the protagonist of a very popular anime, and she's a girl. So I don't know here if that's meant to be a girl or not, because I don't know if Madoka is exclusively a girl name or a guy can also be named Madoka. Well, regardless of that, that's irrelevant. What's relevant here is that that driver is very fast, so you cannot underestimate them. Oh shit. Okay, that's fine. Surprisingly, despite braking extremely late, I didn't crash there. Yeah, second place is doable. By the way, these 2 guys are using a Mazda. The second place I should be able to reach it. First place though, I have my doubts. So something that I still haven't seen, probably because I wasn't paying attention, is what's the top speed that the Saudi can reach. I don't remember what it said in Le Mans, because when I did the Le Mans race I was paying so much attention to not getting overtaken that I didn't really pay attention at the speedometer. Not to mention that that's the modern version of Le Mans, so you have the chicane, so I needed to pay attention to whenever the chicanes came out, right? I mean, came up. Okay. Well, it might be possible that I actually get first place here again. I mean, to honor this car and the fact that it's the best car in the game, I should get first place. But we will see. At least I am currently in first. We'll see how long it lasts. Oh wow, that looked like a very big impact with a random vehicle piece that was in the ground. Okay. Well, that was a win. So at this point, I think that winning this championship will will certainly be a guarantee. But man, why is my teammate sucking so much balls, dude? Like, you have the best car in this championship and you throw it away like this. You know that this car was worth 20 million, right? And it was worth every cent, but you are not making use of it. Okay. The fact that it's Milan is an issue. Just like that other, I think it was in Washington, that track being a track that the AI does super fast. Well, this one is also another track that the AI, for whatever reason, does super fast. So this could be an issue. Hopefully not, but... okay. Well, that one was not my fault. It certainly was not. Okay, can I get a, you know, can I start the race? These are, by the way, 3 laps. This is, I mean, probably not gonna be as painful as the Formula 3 race here, but it probably will be close. I mean, the only thing that won't make it as painful is the fact that I'm not driving a Formula 3. But as you can see, I can barely start the race. It's kind of becoming a problem, you know? Well, despite how extremely slow that start was, the fact that I'm alive is not something that I should take for granted, so yeah, let's just keep going with this attempt. It's probably as good as it can get, like the start like that. I don't care who crashes if it's not me. Well, if it's not me and if it's not someone in front of me, I mean, if someone in front of me crashes, I probably will crash with him, so... anyways, forget about that. Just focus on the race. Ooh, that was pretty close. Doing that at full speed is pretty dangerous too. Oh damn, this is speed almost 400 kilometers per hour in a place like this is a little bit deadly.
Second gap for third place.
Honestly, I'll take this result. It's obviously not a good result, but the thing is that this track is just, I will say, probably in terms of the AI exclusive, it's probably one of the one of the hardest tracks in the game. Which reminds me, by the way, remember that track that appear in some drift events that is in a harbor with containers and all of that? Well, that is not a track exclusive to drift. That was also a racing track. I have not seen that track ever again, which I'm glad, but the point is that it's so weird that this game underutilizes so many tracks and repeats so many other tracks, right?
You're on your last lap.
Like, I feel like if you have a nice variety of tracks, you will want to split their usage as much as possible. Like, you wouldn't want to focus on only a couple of them, but this game pretty clearly does not distribute them equally. Okay. If you can finish in this position, that will be a good race. Even if it might not look like it, this is a good result. I don't think I can get a better result than this one. Also, you know, that this police thing, it's one of the sponsors that you can use, but why the fuck will a company be called police? That doesn't make any sense. Like, that shouldn't even be allowed.
I'm now directly behind you.
But you're directly behind me? Did I do this badly? Wait,
Race over, kid.
did I use the flashback? No, I didn't. Well, see, right there, I feel like that's a mistake. Because right there, I crossed the finish line, you know? Yeah, with my car being dead,
Not too shabby.
but I crossed it. You're being the police in regard to things being called police? Yes. I'm being a snitch. It's just weird that you will be allowed to make a company called police, right? Well, maybe in the country it's in English is not the native language, but still. Anyways, my teammate got in the position that he should have gotten all this time. I don't know why it took him so long. Also, again, I didn't pay attention to the standings. Fuck. So I don't know what result I should have. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, and it's in Spa-Francorchamps.
Just below you in the standings.
Well, here the weird thing is that you don't end this championship with Le Mans. Or sorry, Circuit de la Sarthe. But yeah, the thing is that... well, maybe the challenge takes place there. Assuming there is a challenge, I want to believe there is a challenge. Would be pretty awkward if there wasn't. Nice. That would have been illegal. If there were track limits, you cannot take that chicane like that, obviously. The legendary Eau Rouge. The Spa-Francorchamps being the final race of like one of the important championships like this one at least makes sense. Like Spa-Francorchamps is a legendary track, so it's fine, I think. Here, this is only fitting if Le Mans is the final challenge. Otherwise, it's an extremely wasted opportunity. And yes, I know that you can drive in Le Mans at every season end, but honestly, that's probably one of the weirdest things about this game. Like, why is there a season end that happens every time you beat 4 events? Like, why wouldn't you just have its own standalone event? I mean, why are there even seasons? I mean, it's not like you're competing against anyone. I mean, yeah, technically, you're competing against the other CPU drivers, but it's not like being on the top gives you anything. Like, I'm pretty sure you don't get any reward for finishing first or not. And yeah, maybe, sure, there is an achievement that you get for being first in both the reputation and the earning leaderboards at the end of a season, but if the justification is, oh, there is an achievement, I feel like it's a little bit weak, right? Because otherwise it really doesn't have any reason to exist. It's weird. Then again, this is the first game in the franchise, so there's probably a lot of experimental things that later on they will just remove. I mean, I will be surprised if in the following games the season behaves like that. Like, maybe they will still have the concept of seasons, but to have an event repeat that much, and the fact that skipping it is something that doesn't matter, like you're not forced to do it, but skipping it doesn't have any consequences, I guess, with the exception that you don't get any money from it, but like who cares? I mean, if you do the regular events, you will get enough money, as I say, to purchase the entirety of the cars in the game. So, like, as I said, in fact, if I wanted to do it, I probably could, like, just purchase absolutely everything, since I have more than 100 millions, and more even after this championship. But regardless of that, this was the final race of the final event remaining. So here, as I said, I do expect there to be a challenge at the end, like it's been the case in the previous group of events. But if there somehow isn't, this is the end of the game. I will assume there will be one. I want to believe. Well, we won the team championship too, that's pretty nice. Okay. So let's see how it is. And 6 million reputation.
And a decent paycheck as well.
What you mean a decent paycheck? Like, you think that almost 20 million is decent? Wanna see how much you earn? Then we got Castro, that's pretty cool. So yes, there is a challenge with a 20 million prize. Well, against Raven was, that's the Koenigsegg. That's one of the GT1 cars, but it's a little bit old. Oh, and the difficulty is locked to extreme. Wait, what about the assists? Okay, the assists can be on, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I was not expecting that. So you can only play on extreme. That's so cool. I mean, I'm glad that I pretty much have used that as my default difficulty in almost every single event, but... Oh, the Audi was able to reach almost 420 kilometers per hour, so yeah, it is the fastest. It is the fastest car in the game, as expected, the Audi. Right, so this is Koenigsegg in Le Mans, yeah, indeed. Wait, 3 laps? Okay, this has the potential of being hard. This actually has the potential, like, this is essentially the final boss of the game. I know that saying things like final boss in a game like this is a little bit ridiculous, but it is. I mean, every challenge in itself was pretty much a boss. And yeah, this one is the final one. So yeah, you can... I think that you can confidently say this is the final boss. And it's very fitting. What I think it's not fitting is the vehicle choice. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Koenigsegg Agera is a beautiful car and all of that, but like, you know that there are faster categories in the game, right? But yeah, I guess we will have this one. Wait, and this is also on the classic version of Le Mans, so no chicanes. Well, that's weird. I mean, sure, whatever, but it seems like it made sense in that one event that was exclusively for the classic LMPs because it resembled the Le Mans of old. But here, especially driving a modern car like the Koenigsegg, being on Le Mans without chicanes is pretty weird. And it's especially weird because, I mean, it's a 1v1. It's not like in that straight many things can happen, you know? Now, the issue here is that this probably will have to be a restart because being behind already here when the following sector is the one I do the slowest is a problem. Here is where the problem starts. This following set of corners, I always do them way slower than the AI. Well, that's a funny thing to do. Yeah, we've all had the same issues there. Like, that is like nothing happened. Like, no one gained time over the other one. That's pretty funny. And can't believe that after that we are still at the same distance. And it's not like I held back or anything like that. Ooh, okay. I don't know how that didn't end in a fatal accident for me. I somehow was able to take the lead though. Maybe this won't be as hard as I initially expected, but too early to tell. I mean, after all, this will be a 9-minute race, so a lot of things can go wrong. Well, it's also possible that with that crash, my opponent maybe lost some performance. I mean, it's possible. My car is not looking pretty good right now. But in my case, at least, it didn't seem like I took any performance damage because like all of the symbols next to the speedometer are fine, and my top speed is the same one as before. So, but again, this is so weird that you make the version without chicanes. Like, why would you do that? It's odd. And again, especially odd in a 1v1, but whatever. If this is how you want the final boss to be, then so be it. It really doesn't make any sense that after that accident I did not take a single performance damage. That's absolutely nonsensical. And the worst part is that it wasn't even an accident I did on purpose. It's just that, as I say, I'm bad on these corners and, well, I simply took it the way I could. In the process, I also took out the other guy. It happens. Okay, for some reason, here the opposite of what happened before is happening. I'm doing that section way faster than the AI. That doesn't make sense. In every other race it's been exactly the opposite. Unless he crashed. No, he's still there. Yeah, he clearly did that section slower. As I always say, I'm not complaining, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't think that there's any doubt that this will be a victory. Well, I hope, as I already said, that after this the credits show up. Because if we just go back to the main menu like it's nothing, it will be pretty awkward to just finish the game like that, you know? Even though I don't have anything else to do, obviously, but just feels like a weird way to finish the game. If it goes to that, it's whatever. Right now he's not even appearing in the radar. Well, yeah, he appears now after that corner. I mean, when you're in a straight, he's not even close enough to appear in the radar. So this challenge, I think, compared to not all of them, but the majority of the other challenges that the game had, this one is one of the easiest ones. I'm not sure why the AI here is not doing as strongly as it usually does in this track, but yeah, it's simply not doing well enough. So there is apparently some dramatic music playing, but I can't hear it very well. I guess it's also not as loud as some other songs for some reason. I reduced the speed a lot there, but it's fine. Well, yeah, it wasn't very hard to win at all. Okay, well, Raven West.
I knew you could do it. You're the undisputed champ.
I don't know what you said. I don't know if it was a different dialogue than before. Tried to increase the volume, but I didn't catch it. Well, it probably wasn't important. No, what's important is if you're gonna show me the credits or not. That's the only thing. Okay, there you go. Nice. And those are the devs. That's pretty cool. Well, that was Grid. This was a pretty cool game. Like, as I say multiple times, there are some things that are weird. Mostly, well, the fact that the AI is so inconsistent in terms of difficulty, even when you pick the same difficulty level. And well, the way the seasons work with Le Mans showing up every 4 events for no reason is also pretty weird. And one thing I don't like is the fact that even within categories, there is like the lack of balance, right? Like, so many cars in a certain category are way better than the rest. So those, I will say, are the weak parts of the game, but aside from those, I don't think are extremely significant flaws. It's a pretty cool game. Like, it's pretty enjoyable. I mean, it's the type of game I like. I mean, the fact that, you know, here is your group of events, beat them all. I like that. Even if it's something that simple, I really enjoy doing that. I mean, it's the reason why I'm such a big fan of Gran Turismo. And, well, this one kind of felt like it's like Gran Turismo in a smaller scale, in a way smaller scale. Though, of course, also the idea, unlike Gran Turismo, where you can just crash your car like it's nothing, here you're supposed to be a little bit more careful about collisions. Not so much, because, again, here, the collisions being on or not doesn't really make that much of a difference, you know? Like, unless you do a full crash and you're forced to flashback or restart, it doesn't seem like the damage really affect the way you drive at all. So I feel like that should, like it would have been more fitting if it was a bar of damage, and if it's full you get DQ'd, right? But yeah, the way it works right now, it just feels like, you know, it's not really working properly. But that's the full team of devs, I think. It's fine. Again, it's whatever. Don't really mind. Oh, and another thing that I almost forgot to mention, the fact that there are, like, you know, multi-class races, but they are extremely wasted. Wait, I thought I was gonna say something, but no. We beat everything just to show. Oh, though here, you know, it doesn't. Oh, you know, never mind. It does show you the badge at the bottom right of this whole thing. You can see the badge right there. You can see every other badge here. Well, there is an overview mode. I never checked that. What's this overview? Oh, you can see it from afar. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah. I guess that's an easier way to see that everything is beaten. But yeah. Well, as I was saying, I think that multi-class in this game are a very wasted potential, because not many games like this one even take into account multi-class. But the thing is that multi-class races, if they were just regular races, there wouldn't be any difference, because every class is on its own space. They don't bother each other, so it's a little bit unnecessary. But yeah, it's whatever, you know. It's, as I say, it's a game that does many things well, and I'm glad it does that, and I enjoyed it. So the next game in the series, well, very appropriately is named Grid 2. I'm not gonna play it on the next stream, but if I manage to make it work, I wanna play it at some point. So yeah, you can expect that probably eventually. But yeah, that will be it for me for today. So thanks everyone a lot for watching. I'll be seeing you on the next stream. So have a good one and take care.